before we start the show. All right, Instagram followers, this is the link right down there at StreamYard where we're blasting out to Facebook, 4 Facebook pages, LinkedIn, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and we're doing our first live stream talk radio podcast. We're going live. We're going to be talking about legalization, federal and all, once the show starts. And we're letting all the platforms get connected. It takes a few minutes, so bear with us. What CBD headquarters is in the house. What's up, brother? We are going to be starting soon. How you doing, Travis? We've got YouTube connected. Yeah, we've got some issues on Facebook apparently.
Someone commented, "Come into Clubhouse."
Yes, I'm coming. Coming now. I am in the Clubhouse room. I'm muted over there. Uh-oh, where's that coming from? Do you hear that? Or is that just me? All right. We're simulcasting. There's Jay Cures. Hang on, Jarrett. We're going to start the show in just a minute. We're live. Okay. All right. We've got connection all around. Oh, no, there's Twitch. Twitch just started. All right, that was the last one to go. So without further ado, we're going to start this. It is December 30th, 2021, and this is episode 1 of the Pop Brothers at Law live stream talk radio podcast. Today's show is brought to you by one of our favorite brands, West Coast Cure. For the best high, get cured. You can find them at West Coast Cure _ and at J Cures on Instagram. Now, I'm Mark Wasserman. Together with my big brother, Craig, we are known as the Pop Brothers at Law, California attorneys handling all aspects of cannabis business licensing and regulations, as well as all areas of criminal defense. Due to our large social media presence with over 1 million followers and our educational videos have amassed over 800 million views collectively, we created a worldwide attorney referral network helping to connect good, honest, ethical attorneys for those in need. Most importantly, we teach people to peacefully engage with law enforcement by simply using 25 words known as the script and to shut the fuck up when cops ask questions. We have copyrighted and trademarked the script for legal services, and shut the fuck up is trademarked as well. And we are now ready to get into our topic today, which is federal legalization. Will it ever happen? Biden's approach. My brother and I are going to have some opening comments. We have a little bit of differing views, but I thought it might be interesting just to go over a brief history of cannabis in the United States.
Because, you know what? Hey, little brother, before we start, why don't we bring in a special guest who probably doesn't have that much time?
You're absolutely right. Sorry. All right. As we mentioned, the sponsor of our show today is West Coast Cure, and we have J Cures with us. And if you don't know, this is my nephew and my brother's son, West Coast Cure in the house. How you doing, nephew?
What's up, y'all? What's up, Unc? What's up, Pops? How y'all doing today?
What's up, kiddo? How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm just, I'm proud of you guys, and I'm excited for your new show, and, just glad to be here.
What are you smoking on?
I'm about to smoke on this mochi right here.
Hey, you know what? I can probably do that too. Look.
There it is. All in the family. All in the family.
Since you guys are my family, and I love you guys, and this is your first show, I figured I'd show some news that, no one really knows yet, right?
All right.
So if you're here, you're going to hear this first. We at West Coast Cure are now collaborating with Vibes. Oh, no, hold on. Let me see if you can see it.
Ooh, Vibes. Yes.
So all of our Cure joints from now on are going to be stuffed with a Vibes times West Coast Cure unbleached cone.
Wow.
So you heard it here first. Like, we're gonna do a big announcement soon, but since you guys are here with my pops and my uncle, you guys get to hear it first. So tune in. You never know what you're gonna find out for everybody else. So
That's right. That's right.
awesome.
So I just want to comment on it's awesome on the packaging that, and you've done this for years with your joints. No trim, no shake, like you rolled it yourself. That's awesome.
Yes, no trim, no shake. Basically, when I first got into the joint pre-roll joint space, I was going around, and a lot of pre-rolls are either just stuff that you would give away
Crap.
that you don't know, stuff that you don't want, or there's tons of the like infused ones, and I'm not saying infused are bad, but a lot of times they put shitty weed with shitty hash and shitty keef, and somehow they consider it good, and we sell weed, we sell hash, we sell it all. So in my head, if you want hash on your joint, you get your weed right here, no shake, no trim, just straight weed, and you can put some wax on it yourself, and you know what kind of wax it is because you put it on there yourself. It's not just blended together, and you really don't know what it is. And it was kind of tough in the beginning, but after I said, you know what?
Hey, we lost your volume, kiddo. We can't hear you. Uh-oh.
Modern technology.
There we go.
Yeah, so I mean, I know from experience how they source this, how he runs this down. He's a major strain hunter, and only the best goes in these joints.
Looks like you froze. Hey, well, come back in. We actually have another guest who just popped in.
That's the beauty of this show as well. We're gonna go. We have topics
here. Let's go and pop in.
Sorry.
That's okay. We're live.
Sorry.
This is what happens when you're. This is what happens when you're live.
Somebody tried to call me. I forgot to turn it off. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
All right. Well, here, let me introduce another fellow cannabis entrepreneur and much more. I mean, Jesus, I don't even know. Keith Allen, thanks for popping in. Where are you at, man? You must be in Vegas.
No, I'm in the basement. It's my doghouse, man. This is where I go when I'm in the doghouse. No, I'm kidding. This is I'm at home getting ready to take off for Vegas here in a few minutes, and head out to the Mike Tyson, the Tyson 2.0 New Year's Eve party with the rest of our good friends at Cannabis Capital and Cannabis Talk. And
everybody's doing it.
Did we lose you also?
Maybe it's the storm. Jarrett, so what were you saying, kiddo?
Well, anyways, let's go on to the next subject because I forgot my train of thought. Anyways, but I want to show you guys something else that's really cool, right? For anybody that knows anything about Mylars, they come in one of two ways. They come in a completely sealed package where you can't see the weed and you just got to trust us, right? Well, we're a good brand and people have been trusting us, but there is people that want to see the weed, right? So most Mylars come with either like this where you can't see it, or they have a window. Hold on. They have a window like this, right? But
now, for those of you on our podcast, he's holding up a Mylar bag, and there's a section on it where he can peel it back.
Hold on. Let me get to it. You're cutting me off. Love you. All right. Anyways, well, most bags either come like this where you can't see it, or it's got a window, right? But I was like, I'm a weed smoker, and if you have to think about shelf life, light is not good for weed. There's not supposed to be light in weed, especially if it's sitting on the shelf. Like a little bit of light here and there is not going to be bad, but if it's sitting on the shelf and it's getting light, it's gonna turn bad, and it's gonna deteriorate real fast. So I came up with this little concept. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner, but basically we just added this beautiful little sticker, and it says "Peel back for your viewing pleasure." Boom. So you can actually see your weed, and then when you're done, you put it right back to protect your weed. So it was just something very small, but we're very proud of this, and so far we've had a good response. So
you've always been able to see your
weed. Yeah, very simple, but I'm surprised no one did it sooner.
Yeah, no, that's great because everything really everything's sealed so much in the stores. You can't feel it, you can't touch it, you can't smell it. So at least being able to see it is huge. And for the people on the podcast who aren't watching this, it's a sticker that goes on the back. You peel it open. There's a clear area of the package. You can actually see the cannabis. And then when you're done, you just put it back and it covers it back up. Great job,
There
kid.
is-
I'm proud of you.
There is lots of Mylars that actually have the window, but the problem is, like I said, the light is now penetrating it, and if it's sitting in a display over a month and light is just getting in it, it's just not good for it. So
No, that's
you need
great.
to be able to protect it and only open it when you want to see it. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's the great thing about you, and I'm not just saying this because you're my kid, is that you think like a smoker, you manufacture like a smoker, someone who's been smoking cannabis for a very long time, and you think about all that little stuff that other people are just throwing into packages and trying to sell as much as they can. So hats off.
Yeah, I'm a real stoner. I really smoke weed, and I really care about the experience of our customers. And I just think about it like if I was them, and I want to make sure I have put out the best product and have and be able to take care of everybody's needs, because some people want it protected and other people want to see it, but they still want it protected. So came up with this way to appease everybody.
Where can everybody
let me
follow
say,
you at?
Since the beginning, kiddo, Jarrett, you've always shown compassion, and that's why you got into it. And let me tell everybody out there, he's one of the guys who was in this since the beginning, since Prop 215 and Senate Bill 420 days and all that shit, where it was just a defense. And this guy put his life on the line, his liberty on the line, and was willing to go to jail and not cut a shitty deal because he was following the rules and did everything right. But like so many others that we've seen come up, we're not here. This industry isn't where it's at without the people who are in fact in jail for doing the same thing that's going on.
I got very lucky. I was very, very lucky.
And those who were willing to go to jail.
And
I
you were one of them, Jarrett. Yes.
I definitely could have went to jail. I definitely went to trial and went all the way to the end and didn't take a deal
Twice.
times.
That's another day. We'll talk about that another day.
But
we'll dedicate a whole show to that.
But I was right, and I really believed right is right and wrong is wrong, and I was doing everything in my power to abide by the rules. So I just believed in it, and I just believed in weed. Point blank. Period. I really strongly believed, even if I got in trouble and it didn't make sense, and somebody had to stand up, because I just believe that there's no way in a world we live in where alcohol and cigarettes are legal and weed isn't. It just didn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? So I was like, somewhere, down the line, someone's gonna have to stand up for it. And
yes,
luckily enough, I didn't actually have to go to jail. So, but it was still scary.
Got close.
I had to pop under that law, and it did get close. It did get close. We'll talk about that next time.
Podcast. That's a whole hour podcast. So,
but anyways, I love you guys. I got to get going. I got another meeting, but I couldn't miss you guys' first podcast. I love you guys. If you need me, I'm always a phone call away. Don't drink it dry, smoke and fly. And by the way, always shut the fuck up when talking to police. Love you guys.
Love you, kiddo. Thank you. All right, that's our kid. Let's bring back Keith Allen. He's back up here. We're back through the problems. All right.
What's up, guys?
Tell our listeners a little about you real quick and what's coming up next year.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm Keith Allen. I'm the CEO of G4 Live and the Bud Tender Awards, and Round Meadow Holdings, a company that owns those two events. And we're really excited about our big event happening in May of this new year coming. Happy New Year, guys. We're looking at May 12th through the 14th. There was a little private party happening on the 11th, the night before. More information coming about that. We've got an amazing expo set up at the South Hall of the Convention Center in Las Vegas. And we have a really cool activation with Tesla and an underground tube that goes back over to Resorts World, where everybody's going to be staying. That's where we're going to be throwing all of our parties. The Bud Tender Awards is coming back in full swing for 2022. May 14th is a Saturday night. And, of course, our featured talent for that night is the Pop Brothers at Law doing the Shut the Fuck Up rap battle. And then, a cool little opening act called Snoop Dogg and Travis Barker playing together for the first time ever. But, we're focused on the headliner. Shut the fuck
up. We can't wait. That is going to be an absolute blast. Education, entertainment at its finest.
That is, man. I'm so excited to have you guys be a part of this thing. And, listen, I've really grown to love you guys a lot as friends, and just such mad respect for the business that you guys have and what you guys do for other people. I mean, listen, not to get too deep and philosophical on the podcast, but the reality is that for me, I don't know, I try and do my part to live a good, healthy, happy life for myself. But part of that is being helpful and being of service to others. And I think you guys really do an amazing job of that. And I look up to you for it. So thanks for all you guys do for the community.
We appreciate that, Keith.
Thank you. And we very much. We look forward to working with you, and we can't wait. We can't wait.
Yeah.
2022 is going to be huge.
Hey, by the way, you guys have a discount code, by the way. It's the
Yes, we do.
20% off.
Yes,
the
throw it
tickets.
out there.
Yeah. So tickets right now are $289, but on Saturday they go up to $389. So they go up $100 on the first. They're still $289. You get 20% off by using the hashtag STFU20, and it gives you 20% off of our G4 Live tickets.
I gotta tell everybody, and this shameless but true, because I don't talk bullshit. Anybody who knows me, they ask me, you want to try one of my joints? I'm like, you really want me to try it? Because I will tell you, and I will usually take it, and I'll usually pinch it and put a couple, and you see all the crap in most of those joints that just who knows what's in that goddamn thing. So I'm being honest when I say we went to the inaugural G4 Live, and I got to tell you, it is one of the absolute best shows, B2B, and then the entertainment ring of it is next level. So hashtag STFU20, get out to G4 Live in May. And what do you think about legalization, buddy? Let's talk about a little bit what we're going to talk about if you want to join in a little bit. My quick opinion is, unlike my brother's, which is it's never going to happen, is that we have this new Republican representative, Nancy Mace, who has introduced a bill that I actually think is better than any Democratic bill put forth so far based on the economics. Taking the excise from going from, 10 to 25 that the Democrats want, and then this one has a 3%, can't change for 10 years. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. What do you think?
Hey, Craig, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah,
go
we
ahead.
can hear you now. Did you lose me?
Well, you guys, if you've ever seen the movie Old School, through my AirPods right now, you sound like Frank the Tank when he shoots the guy with the dart. He's like, I like you, but you're crazy.
Mark, what do you think? We'll pass it to Mark until you can hear us better.
Yeah, no, I just disagree.
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
I'm done. I thought, Prop 215 came in 1996, and we were going to have federal legalization in 5 years. Oh, no? What? Oh, okay. So now then it takes, till 2008 to come up with a way for people to do business under Senate Bill 420 and the Attorney General guidelines. Okay, now we can do business. Oh, it's going to federally soon. No. Oh, Colorado's doing it now in 2012. Now others do. Well, oh, wait. 47 of our 50 states have some form of legalization, whether it's CBD, THC, adult use, medicinal. 47 of 50. Oh, it'll be federally. Oh, wait, it's not. No. But now this woman comes in and she's going to be a magic wand, right?
You know what? I'm not going to say she's a magic wand, but if you've got now bipartisan support, because no matter how divided shit can get, we're talking about cannabis now. And I think it's becoming such a groundswell and such an economic behemoth that it can't be ignored any longer by the federal government.
It's always been that way.
I think what's going to happen is now that the Republicans are coming out of the closet and saying, here, it should be legal. Let the states decide. And let's make the tax 3% instead of 25%. Come on.
Craig, you ignorant slut.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be sooner than later. And I don't know what that actually means. I will never go out on a limb and say in 2 years, 3 years, 10 years. But this is one of the best signs that it's starting to tilt more toward it's going to happen sooner than later. What that means.
Well, look,
maybe if you use your speakers on your laptop.
Can you hear us, Keith?
Yeah, no, I can hear you guys now perfectly.
Okay,
I recorded part of that too because I'm gonna send you a text so you can hear it just for the fun of it.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, 128 million people, which is more than half of the United States adults, have tried cannabis. So it just boggles my mind still that it is still federally illegal up till now. And believe me, I want it too. But then that bears the question, how are they going to roll it out? And how is the federal government going to fuck up regulations and tax it and all this? And then what are they going to do with the millions of?
Well, that's right. That's why this bill is saying 3%. I mean, the other bills that have been introduced want 10 to 25%. That's just going to kibosh the entire industry if they actually get through a 10 to 25% federal excise tax on top of all the other fucking high taxes and regulatory hurdles and costs. It's the black market is going to get bigger than ever, like it is now.
I don't disagree
so
with
I think
that.
saying that it's 3% is one of their positions. I think that alone is a huge step, and it's a Republican coming out, like I said, coming out of the closet, and it's not such a taboo thing for someone to say. Now I got to throw this in because I'm just happened to scroll back and look at some of the comments regarding the West Coast Cure. If you're in California, go to weedmaps.com and you can find stores and dispensaries that have West Coast Cure. Weedmaps.com, look up West Coast Cure. We got to take care of our sponsors because they're helping us make this happen.
I'm glad you said that, because that's a perfect time to say this. If you are looking for the finest in cannabis, look no further than West Coast Cure. For the best flower and concentrate, get cured with packaged pre-rolls in a variety of flavors and sizes to suit anyone's needs. Whether you like smoking a 1 gram fatty or a quick half-gram toke, West Coast Cure has you covered. These pre-rolls have no trim, no shake, and it's like you rolled it yourself. You can find West Coast Cure products at weedmaps.com. Check out West Coast Cure on Instagram at West Coast Cure _, one of our proud sponsors of the Pop Brothers at Law.
And it's 420. Tony Grant there. Hey, I'm watching. Fuck it. Fire up another one. Me too.
Can you not interrupt my live read? Sponsors pay for this. I have to
at the
get
very
to
end
it.
of it. I thought you were done.
Let me finish it.
I thought you were done.
I'm not. West Coast Cure _ and at J Cures, who is the face and the founder of West Coast Cure. Thank you very much. And getting back to what we were talking about, I want to ask, if federal legalization happens, where are the millions of nonviolent cannabis offenders who are currently in jail going to go?
They're going to work for the cannabis companies because they're going to explode.
That's what I want.
Once it federally becomes legal, it's just going to explode, and that's where they're all going to go.
Now, why isn't that written in this bill, that when it gets legal, everyone nonviolent cannabis offenders released into a cannabis job? That should be in the bill.
Well, you know what? It's just like a lot of other bills. It's interesting, and I'm glad you brought that up. It's a tough question. It's a tough issue. Social equity. I was involved with it in Los Angeles. It was a shit show. Trying to get social equity right is bad, and I think it should be addressed. 100% should be addressed. But should it hold up the bill? But should it hold up the bill?
No.
Let's get some comments. But let's see if we can get other people to chime in. That's part of this podcast. It's being taped live for out there on social media, and we want people to call in as if they were calling into a radio show.
And there we go. We got Mike Cozy, CBD headquarters, coming in to talk about federal legal.
What's up, big brother Craig and little brother Mark, who is the human switchboard, man? Wow.
That's true. That's true. So what do you think? Briefly, what do you think?
So, I'm just thinking that, I threw it in the chat. Imagine this time, like you guys just said, people are getting let out, but they have a job opportunity. If they federally legalize, like you're talking about it, and we're able to sell things, and you're going to release all those people, and you're giving them a job this time instead of just releasing them to do bad stuff.
Well, but I'm
all for it. I love it. I'm happy.
No, and I agree. I think there should be social equity. There's social equity, and then there's going to be this job creation. So it's almost, one and the same. And so if there's plain devil's advocate, if we let this pass without the social equity package in it that addresses all the harms, and it's horrible, all the harms disproportionately impacted the minorities, and they're in jail for shit that they shouldn't be in jail for. I mean, I think at the minimum, people should be let out, just like good and bad of Prop 64 in California. It sucks, but a lot of people got out of jail.
Yes.
I mean, how do you argue that? I mean, it sucks. A lot of shit sucks about 64. That's really bad. And
how many dads that are locked up?
But people get out of jail, they got their felonies either reduced to misdemeanors or thrown out completely if you were selling a joint or if you possessed a joint. Back in the day, that was a felony. So you got to weigh it. And I don't know. But to see someone coming out at least on the economic side with 3%, no regulations at the federal level. I mean, that's pretty promising, and that's what we need for this industry to survive.
Well, I like you were dangling the carrot before with the taxes, right? If that becomes legal, we have a new revenue stream to plug a lot of holes that we've been creating over the last couple of years.
I mean, let's assume they don't put social equity in it for, as it should be, but there's still going to be a huge job creation, and people are going to get out, and there's going to be this huge job creation, and there's no reason that, it's almost required. Well, I'm not of places I know that if you work in the weed industry, you better smoke, or you have to test positive for THC or you don't have a job.
Well, you know what? On that note, Amazon just lowered everything a couple of months ago, and they're not testing for THC, right? Isn't that a great thing for the entire industry to see a monstrous, like you say, behemoth in the industry, allow that to, go on?
A lot of big employers stopped testing for cannabis. Hey, Keith, someone put in the
Here, I got it. It's
Okay.
up on the screen now.
Well, you're good.
Question for Keith. What role do you feel like G4 Live can play in legalization as a conference and exhibit for our industry? Good question, Ollie.
Well, listen, there's so many things I want to say in response to that. We work closely with Last Prisoners Project, so let's talk about them for a second. We love the letter writing campaigns and the ability to help people get reform when they come out of being in jail. But also, too, I think that G4 Live has such a great connection to the community that we are expanding our platform. I mean, listen, I'm going to share some news with you guys right now that nobody knows, and it's not a done deal yet, but we were approached by the King of Morocco to do an event in Marrakesh at the end of this next year. And
wow,
the amount of budget that they're giving us to bring over brands and bring global awareness to what's happening gives us a much bigger stage to be able to voice that bullhorn through, right?
Wow.
So we are, and there's a lot about that I'll be sharing in the near future because I'm floored at what opportunities they're giving us in Marrakesh. It's taking a global stage that gives the voice value outside of just promoting products and brands, right? This is about a bigger message, which is to the cannabis community. I mean, listen, everybody who's in the cannabis community right now, if you stay in this business and you continue fighting for what you're working towards and you have a unique selling proposition about your brand, your service, whatever it is you're doing, you're a pioneer in this space. Need I remind everybody of the gold rush of 1849 and everybody who made an impact on what happened with not only the gold rush, but the commerce and how that impacted commercialization of the entire United States during that time. And let's talk about that for a second, because when you talk about the federal issue, it comes down to state issue and open border. And that's the biggest problem I see right now is that state legislators who've given tax breaks to people to grow in those states are up against a huge front and a huge wall right now, because if they open those borders, California is going to crush states in its vicinity because everybody wants California weed. So there's a lot more to this federal legalization, in my opinion, than just opening it up to the country.
Absolutely. That's great. Now there's a comment here I wanted to comment on. Satin Lady asks, let's see, can I put that
I got it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, if you want to read it, go ahead. I think people, go ahead and read it.
All right. Satin Lady asks, ever since I started watching your videos and many other auditors, I have had an attitude towards the police, lost respect, and the need for their interaction. Comment, big brother.
So our comment is, while all that may be true, we still urge, be polite. Be polite to law enforcement. They're not all like that. We don't like the bad ones. We're not anti-cop. We're anti-bad cop. There's a lot of law enforcement that understand your rights, appreciate your rights. And there's a lot of bad ones too. So, and those bad ones are bad, and we don't favor that. But the worst part is you find that bad one by chance, you're unlucky, an attitude isn't going to help. You don't want to get beat. You don't want to get snatched out of the car. Stick to the script, assert your rights politely. And if they end up beating your ass, you're going to have a great case because you've done nothing. You've nothing except been polite and asserted your rights. And most of the time, they either let you go or give you the ticket and move on. So be polite. That's all I have to say. You can have no respect for them and all that other stuff. I don't blame you. There's a lot of bad ones out there like that, but be polite to law enforcement.
All right, Mike, can you please tell everybody quickly where you're at, who you are, where you're from? I know we talked a little bit the other day about CBD headquarters and some possible sponsorship for this great show. Let them know where you're at. I think we're going to be seeing you next week too.
Yeah, guys. So today I'm wearing the STFU hat because I'm on your channel. Last week I was wearing my hat because you were on my channel. So I'm Mike with CBD Headquarters. I'm your resource for quality CBD that helps you with pain. I have a YouTube channel that educates you on how to spot fakes, teach you how to buy quality products, not get scammed or tricked. I'm a distributor.
That's important. That's so important because there's so many ads that come out that you have no idea, and it's hard to find,
Well, the industry is exploding, and everyone hears Delta 8, and all these new cannabinoids come out, and there's a lot of great ones, just like THC and CBD. And the key is to teach people like you guys. I look up to you guys. I got to stop talking about me for a second and talk about you guys. Doing what you do to the cannabis industry and for all the people, rights-wise, is such a tremendous value. There's no words. You're on Clubhouse. You're on every social media platform, and all you guys do is help, teach. You built that script to dumb it down, Sesame Street for all of us to use, not just if you get pulled over, for smoking weed or your car smells, but to teach you how to use, to give us a tool, how to use this to exercise your rights. And I look up to you guys, and I want to do that in the CBD space and just be, the authority for this guy. Tests his stuff out, looks at lab tests, makes sure it's not just the content. There's no mold. There's no other pesticides and shit inside there. And these are the great brands. And if you want to try something, that's safe, So that's me in a nutshell. I white label for celebs. I just did something for Wilfred Cannabis. Hopefully one day we'll chat it up and we'll see what we could do. But it's a pleasure to be here. I'm honored to be on with you guys. And I just want to give you a big thanks and a happy 2022 to everyone that's listening on the podcast, that's, on Clubhouse, on YouTube. This is great what you guys are doing. And I'm happy to be a tiny little part of it. Thank you, guys.
Hey, thank you very much, Mike. I'm going to put you backstage. We got somebody else coming in for another question. We will see you soon, brother. Thanks for tuning in. All right, we got BLSG. Hey there, my friend. What's your name and where are you from?
Well, first of all, what's going on, guys? First time being on here. Second of all, I'm not going to say my real name. I want to keep that private, so I'm going to keep that private. So you could just call me BL for short or call me whatever you want, but something like related to this or something. So
I like whatever you want.
All right, BL.
Yeah, just call me BL for short.
What's up, BL?
That's perfectly fine. What's going on, guys? Just want to say what's good. Didn't really know too much. Just wanted to come on here and say love the content that you guys put up, especially the ones where you do the script every Friday when you do STFU Friday. Big fan of that, definitely. That definitely gives me a laugh, man. So just wanted to come here and say what's up and say that I'm a fan of that stuff.
Wait a minute now. Do you know the script?
Yeah, I watch the video every day.
Okay. Are you familiar with the script challenge that we do on Fridays?
I am not familiar with that, but I might get into that. So,
well, listen, we're going to do it right now because it's a shame that you follow us and aren't familiar with it. This shows how we're shadow banned and not everybody sees all our stuff and all that because we do it every Friday. We go live on Instagram just like this. I'm going to be the cop and I'm going to pull you over. So you're driving along in your car and you see the lights, you know, you're going to pull over right away as soon as it's safe, roll your windows down, and I approach and I say, hey, what's that smell? What's that smell in your car?
Why'd you pull me over?
Why'd you pull me over?
Will you stop helping people? Jeez. Because you were speeding, and now why does it smell in your car? Are you drunk?
I'm not discussing my day.
Oh, I don't want to know about your day. I want to know, would you have one drink, two? You can tell me. It's okay.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Hey, you're being detained. Tell me where the drugs are, and I'll let you go.
I invoke the fifth.
And then what do?
You shut the fuck up.
That's it, man. And guess what? You just won some Spray 420. Which,
Yeah, you know what? No, Mark, we need to get his info. Well, we'll get his info, but we need to get him a STFU shirt for that one.
Absolutely. But as you know,
I watch that every day, man. I watch that every day.
then it works. It was the first time, and we do this so you're ready. If you can do it with us, well, if you can't do it with us, you can't do it with a cop. And so we're going to get you a STFU shirt, as my brother said, and this Spray 420, which, if you like the hot box like we do, or maybe you work in a cultivation farm, or for whatever reason, you always smell like cannabis. If you do, and your car smells like cannabis, that could lead to trouble. Like in California here and a few other states, you'll have to Google your state. Smell alone is no longer probable cause to search your vehicle. But most cops don't know this, and they will do it anyway. And we can get a case dismissed on an illegal search. Plus, that smell is likely going to lead to a DUI arrest. So to combat that smell, use the best deodorizer on market, Spray 420. We use it. We love it. Check them out, spray420.com, and on Instagram at spray420BL. We're going to send you Spray 420 and a shirt. Thank you for tuning in and joining us and knowing the script and knowing your rights. Hey, you can come back tomorrow on Instagram at noon Pacific Daylight Time and watch the script challenge.
All right.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
appreciate you guys having me on for a little bit. Just want to say, huge fan of you guys, man.
Should he email us or what for the info?
Yeah, shoot us a direct message on Instagram, if you would, with your contact and email and address, and we'll get that stuff out to you.
All right. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
All right. So there you go. It's that easy. I'm going to put the link again in the comments. If you want to come in, say hi, ask a question, maybe I'll put you to task. This is something that we also do at our performance seminars, which you can catch us next week, January 7th and 8th in New York City at CannaCon at the Javits Center. Performance seminar is called The Etiquette of Engaging Law Enforcement, How to Shut the Fuck Up When Cops Ask Questions. You sit with us for an hour, maybe a little more. We give you a little history, how we came up with the script, what it means to utilize your Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights, and Q&A, just like we're doing here. And then we do a live on-stage version of the script challenge, which when we've done it in Oklahoma, Chicago, and other places, it ain't that easy when you get up there with us, especially Big Brother. He can be really mean. And if you can't do it with us on stage, you can't do it with the cop. It's a lot of fun. You get a slam poem at the end about your rights. And we're doing that again at CannaCon. Go to cannacon.org. STFU30 will get you the discount. And of course, we're going to be doing this at G4 Live in May 2022. So those are our special plugs. Big Brother, what else you got on federal legalization?
I think that's all for now.
Wait, you wanted to talk
We
about
can talk about,
Biden's
you know what?
approach.
You know
What
what?
about Biden?
I think we talk about it the next show. We continue this conversation. And maybe you can do a little more research next time and come up with some facts behind your bullshit. And we'll talk about that next time.
My bullshit. I have all the facts I need. It's not legal and hasn't been
Okay,
legal
we'll
since 1937.
we'll talk about it next time.
1937. It used to be legal. Okay,
We'll talk about it next time.
Wait. We got somebody coming in. We can't leave them hanging. And we got Steve. What's up, Steve? Where are you from, my friend?
I live in Las Vegas.
Oh, awesome. My second home.
How you do? You look like you're in a big hot box. What's happening?
This is my man cave.
Nice.
Nice. How you doing today?
Yes.
Nice hat. We see the hashtag STFU hat.
Yeah, I got it from you
Appreciate it.
Where'd you got it from us? Would we give it to you?
a couple of years ago. I sent you some art prints.
Ah, yes. I thank you very much for that. I remember, and we got that hat out to you. You have
And,
a comment about
you had Mohan
legalization?
on your show. Remember Mohan?
Say it again.
You had Mohan on your show, the artist.
Yes, do remember. Absolutely. We had, yes, absolutely. Hey,
Good
it's
thing
good
he
to talk.
remembers all this shit because I don't.
It was Cannabis Talk 101.
Yes, absolutely. And that while you mentioned that, you can catch Cannabis Talk 101 on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts every day.
I like the family at the beginning. Your son Jared, Craig.
Thank you.
Nice.
Appreciate that.
I
It's a
looked
good
at their
kid.
website. They got some nice products.
Yeah, very proud of them. They got their quality from day one.
All right. Well, nice,
We appreciate
nice
it.
talking to you.
Thanks for chiming in. We appreciate you. Keep listening.
Thank you, Steve. Have
Bye-bye.
a good one. Be safe. All right. That's awesome. All right. So we'll wrap it up, as my brother said. And this was the Pot Brothers at Law live stream talk radio podcast, which is a mouthful, but it's a live stream. We're doing it talk radio style where you call in, but instead of calling in, you come in live with us. And then it will be repurposed as a podcast at a later date. And we're going to be doing a podcast in studio somewhere. It's in the works. We'll figure it all out. Thank you for tuning in. I want to thank our guest, Keith Allen, our buddy from
Thanks, guys.
CBD headquarters chiming in. And let's bring in the guy in the background helping us out with things in the background. Ali, thank you very much for helping us with all that. And I think, Big Brother, you think every Thursday, is it going to work for noon every Thursday?
We'll give it a shot.
We're going to try to noon every Thursday to do this. And of course, we're still going to do the script challenge on Instagram Live as we've been doing since the pandemic started. Noon Pacific Daylight Time on our Instagram, pot_brothers_at_law. Follow my brother at Waslaw Dog, and you can follow me at Waslaw. Check out Ali at Pharmacist, and Keith Allen is with at G4 Live and G4 Live X and Bud Tender Awards. We will see you all next week. And remember, when cops ask question, guys, what do we do?
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, we are out of here. And it's just me left? Okay, I'm out of here too.